good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it may be, as we inch closer to potentially crowning Kevin Garcia the champion of NASA Rallycross Contenders. We're here in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. There is a mathematical chance that Matt Grove can close up the championship, but Kevin Garcia looking really good this season, despite only losing the last couple of races. Matty Grove had a wonderful race last week in Scotland. As we are here in Barcelona, Brian Sawyer, Josh Mertz for ASN TV. And this Barcelona track, 10 corners, it uses Sector 3 of the Grand Prix layout in reverse. With the way the Joker is laid out on this track, it creates immense speed differences, creates overtaking down into that first corner, tightens up really quick to a dirt chicane. We've seen so many incidents over the seasons, over the years for that. Over the jump, and then a late Joker decision to close the lap. And just a reminder, in NASA Rallycross, no matter the division, after open practice, we will head to single car 3-lap qualifying. The top 8 will receive bonus points, 8 down to 1. That'll set the grid for our 5-lap heat races tonight. If you win your heat, you're straight to the feature 2 bonus points. The rest of the drivers are sent to the semifinal round, also 5 laps. And the top half of that race will advance to the feature, 10 laps, and unique to NASA Sim Racing, 2 Jokers all evening. As the aforementioned NASA Rallycross Contenders on ASN TV is brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams, and thank you Andrew Carnale IV for camera support all season, and Alex Abetti, producer of the NASA Sim Racing theme music. We're going to go right off the rip and go super professional. This cast might break, Brian Sawyer. You got some storms rolling through over there.
I just looked. It doesn't look too terrible, Josh, so I think we'll be okay.
We're going to figure it out.
Looks
C'est
like
la
it's
vie.
keeping a little south.
I hope. I still wish everyone's all good with those. It's been gnarly the last couple of days in the Midwest, wherever you may be. Let's pivot to NASA Rallycross Contenders. Brian, we've got a couple minutes until we kick it to qualifying. In practice, let me take a look. Is Kevin Garcia, he's at the top of the board. Matty Grove has not set a lap time yet. And Kevin Garcia has had an impressive season, but when it goes wrong, it goes horribly wrong, like it did in Daytona and last week in Scotland.
Yeah, we got the return of Kevin Boland also, so Kevin Garcia is might have somebody else challenge him besides Grove here. Kevin Boland took last week off, took a significant dip in his points. I think that was the second drop week, so or second week he missed. So big hit to the points there, but he's still fast. Missing a week doesn't make you slow.
Talked to the Brit earlier in the week. He had a medical emergency is the easiest way we can put it. He was prepping to race, and next thing he knows, he's in hospital, and great to have him back. Great to have him in good health. He watched the race from his hospital bed, and the guy that he was sharing a room with asked him, "What the hell are you watching?" And he said, "I'm watching an esports championship that I should be driving in right now." He told me that, and I said, that's the greatest reply ever in a horrible situation. Before we head to qualifying, take us through the championships coming into round 7.
Absolutely. Entering this week, Kevin Garcia top of the board. Did it not do it? Oh, it did it. There it goes. Okay, Kevin Garcia 172 points to Matt Groves 150. Darren Canfield 134, Kevin Boland 124. Garth McDade, Clinton Funk, Joe Pascucci, Matt Kingsbury, Travis Seymour, and Josh Mertz rounding out the top 10. Over in the team points, we have KLR Pink Fury top of that tower, 266, 201 to Control Z Racing, Slapex Racing 175, KLR Blue Thunder, JC Academy, Slapex VW, Dirt Esports, MRT, Slapex, Move Over at Speedy Time, are our top 10. Manufacturers, you know the order: Subaru, Ford, VW, 204, 176, 110. Josh, I need to put out a note here also that these points might not be super official. The website points are super official. Working on converting those so they pull into that Google Sheet correctly, so we have all the points. Will definitely be done by next week.
We've been building some things that I can't necessarily talk about yet Brian would be very mad. But it's very exciting, super exciting, and awesome to see the growth of the Automotive Sports Network and ASN TV. Let's head to qualifying. And I'm curious to see what will happen in this. Looking in warm-up. Kevin Bolland a second away from Garcia. Matty Grove, the only car not to set a lap. 7 cars here today. So one car will miss the feature race for Contenders in Spain. And Kieran Lifflander Racing Pink Fury unofficially has clinched the team championship. I don't think anything could really change that. So unofficially, the 22nd team in the history of the championship in 29 seasons, officially in Contenders, to be a team's champion. And Clinton Funk, first car on track in the 122, pivoted from the Subaru to the Ford Fiesta. And we look at Kevin Garcia. Do we call him champion-elect? I wouldn't say yet. Clinton Funk on track. We look at, was that Darren Canfield crashing? And Clinton Funk, the first car to begin the qualifying run. Behind him, Garth McDade, Kevin Bolland, Garcia, Canfield, and Grove, and Pascucci. Misses turn 1, does Funk, tries to claw it back. Turn 2, over-rotate. That's so easy to do, Brian, in that corner. You load up the car, you try and make it turn, it turns, and then some.
Yeah, we're gonna put the camera on Kevin Garcia for a few minutes here. Or we're gonna have to manually do it. There we go. Because something's wrong with timing, so we're gonna have to restart this timing and see what's going on.
So Bolland has spun on his first qualifying lap. Kevin Garcia, points leader through the hairpin. He's got to stay one tire on the curb, no 4 off on the AstroTurf, and then rounding this tricky corner. Multiple lines we'll see in the World Championship split later on. Those kids are going to go all the way to the wall, drive over the jump. You have to not be afraid of the walls. It's a lot like Charlotte, a lot like Knock Hill last week. Across the line for Garcia, 42.065. That is the benchmark for the man from New Mexico, championship leader in NASA Rallycross Contenders. Matty Grove is on his first lap, the former champion, winner last week, and P1, still Garcia. Your little timing box refreshed, and it freaked me out there, Brian. Thinking somebody reset fastest lap. As Matty Grove crosses the line to end his first lap, 43.4. He goes second quick. 1.3 seconds back. Canfield's he's trying his world champion teammate's line. And he's right behind Bolland and Garcia.
Ugh.
Final corner. Bolland, 43.9. Canfield, second lap does not count. Matty Grove, 43.4. We look at Clinton Funk in the Ford Fiesta. Now back to Kevin Garcia in the 505. Nice and calm on the accelerator through the hairpin. Don't touch the tires. Don't go too far off, drivers, right? We've seen track cut penalties or slowdown penalties assessed from iRacing through that. And winding our way through the final sector, the right, the left. You have to be angled for this corner before you even take off on the jump. You have to blindly believe that you will not hit the tire stack. Rounding the final corner for the championship leader. Does he improve? 41.9. Kevin Bolland, 43.6. Canfield. Matty Grove still sits second. Canfield across the line on his third lap, 45.8. Let's take a look at the former series champion from 2023B in the Ford Fiesta. Late apex, down to the final corner, deep into the final set across the line, 43.3. Joe Pascucci. Next up, he's got 1 lap left. The man from Michigan on 2 wheels. 44.2.
That's gonna burn so much time, Josh. Really, it's really awful to do it on the final turn. It's going to compromise your entry speed. And he's not, I don't know if he's going to have the fastest lap here. He's looking like a 45.8, probably due to being on 2 wheels.
I remember the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle is just like that in general. I remember the Lights World Championship when you and I were racing together. We had that same problem in the slower car, where if you hit that final couple of corners in Barcelona here the wrong way, you're nearly flipping over. It's It's not a fun time. Final corner for Pascucci. Better exit that time across the line. 44-2. He is in 5th in the 0-1-5.
Yeah. Kevin Garcia, Matt Grove.
You got it.
I was reading, sir. Kevin Garcia, Matt Grove, Kevin Bowling, Clinton Funk, Joe Pascucci, Garth McDade, and Darren Canfield.
You know,
And
you are
Josh.
so eager to read, Brian. Take us through upcoming programming. I'm going to fill out the qualifying results.
He knew what I was going for. This Thursday, we got SimCar Porsche Cup. Alex Larson is back, so it will be Alex Larson, Josh Mertz in the booth. I will be driving Imola. I know this track. It's surprising. I know a track, and I don't die every lap on it. So that's going to be this Thursday, 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday Night Lights starts its May season, I believe, this week. Yeah, May 3rd. This Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, round one's at Phoenix. That will be myself and Josh Sarnell. Contenders and Supercars have their finale next week. Same time, same place. Next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. for the World Championship. We're going to Sonoma to finish off the series. It usually is some of the best racing, Josh.
I'm so excited for Contenders, for the World Championship. I guess I unofficially announced our plans for the upcoming season. I'll just say it here. You might not like it. We're planning on bringing Crosscar back in the summertime, so that's going to be fun. Rallycross takes a bit of a break. They come back in September-ish for the autumn season. We've got great things planned in NASA Sim Racing, both with NASA Rallycross, Crosscar, and our friends at SimCar with both the Porsche Cup and the GT3 series. As just a reminder, if you like what you see on ASN TV tonight, be sure to like and subscribe on all platforms at ASN TV USA, except for Twitter. You have to put those asterisks or the underscores. Second week in a row I did that. Words are hard. At ASNTVUSA.com for any broadcast information. If you would like to race with us, NASASimRacing.com with the aforementioned Rallycross, Crosscar, Stage Rally, Rallycross Lights, Porsche Cup, GT3. Bring us an idea. I say this every week. I know some of you guys that might not be driving and you want to bring an idea. We had a motocross series potentially floated. Bring an idea. We'll figure it out. It sounds dictatorship when I say this, but it's not. I promise. It's the people's community. Bring an idea. We're going to have a good time. And yes, Clinton, Imola has more than 10 turns. So, Brian, how are you going to handle that?
I said I know Imola. I got that.
Despite it having more than 10 turns.
Despite having more than 10 turns, it's got a lot. Oh, I'm gonna explain why I know Imola. There's a lot of sidewalks, and I use those as my breaking points, so I know what I'm doing.
What? That's
I don't want to explain it, especially when you're coming through like the first sector, like coming through the little S's there. There's sidewalks off to the side, and I know where
sidewalks. What are you talking about?
They're like cart.
You mean on the edge of the curbs by the wall?
Yeah, there's like
sidewalks.
Yeah, sidewalks. It's like
right.
Here. Hold up. Let's I'm looking for my telestrator.
We're going to Heat 1. You got to figure this out. Sidewalks. Come on. Well,
my telestrator's offline. Oh well.
Yeah, Brian Sawyer can't be John Madden right now, but just trust him when he says that there's sidewalks on the side of the road. I digress. Our grid for Heat number 1: Darren Canfield, Joe Pascucci, Kevin Bolland, and Kevin Garcia. Is everyone getting on track? Remember, inverted grids in Contenders, no invert in the World Championship later on. The winner will transfer and get 2 bonus points. And the chaos only goes up from here. We start with 3 or 4 cars in these heat races. Who knows what we're going to see later on in the NASA Rallycross World Championship. Heat 1 for Contenders in Spain. Green flag off the line. Garcia and Bolland down to the first corner. Great run compared to Canfield and Pascucci as they are dueling for third. Up the hill to the hairpin. Multiple lines like we've talked about. Garcia, maybe a little bit of a nudge to Bolland, hit the wall. in the 505. No jokers off the initial start here in Barcelona. You will get a penalty from the sim. Garcia had a better run over the jump, exiting the dirt to begin the first heat race proper. Kevin Bolland leads to the inside. Garcia, Canfield, and Piscucci third and fourth. Down the straightaway to the proper first corner. Locking it up potentially is Bolland. Such a tricky corner to get right, off camber and into the dirt. For the first time, into the wall, looked like went Bolland and Canfield, both the KLR cars, and Garcia behind, looking to the inside, nearly into the tires. He does hit it.
That's a hard turn, Josh. If you lose too much speed sliding.
Into the handbrake, sorry, Brian. Slides it. Garcia saved it.
He's giving this race away though to Kevin Bolland. Like I was saying, it's very hard to judge the dirt on this track. You're sliding through it and you try and keep enough momentum to get yourself just past the barrier. If you make a mistake, you'll wind up like Kevin Garcia. It's lucky to have somebody right behind him, because normally you'll have another car just hitting you.
I was just about to say, when that happens in that hairpin, whether you hit the handbrake or you just yank the wheel to get the car to rotate, you're hoping and praying that another driver does not try and stick the nose in the inside to make a move in this corner. It's trusting your fellow drivers.
I told all the drivers in the driver meeting, if you're not confident in the person in front of you, maybe don't be right on their rear end.
As Bolland yet to joker, Garcia gets his strategy out and away early. Longer lap here in Barcelona, ever so slightly longer. Garcia second, third, Piscucci,
what happened to Canfield?
Let's take a second look and see.
I think he might have just had a slowdown.
Yeah, he parked it in the final corner. Maybe he was trying to reach for the joker, not entirely sure. And Bolland into the wall in the hairpin. He's back going again, but there's no delta now. Kevin Garcia, you talked about throwing the race away, but Bolland's doing the same thing. Side by side, in the dirt. Seen so much calamity in this corner over the years. Over the jump and into the final couple of dirt corners. The dirt goes away really quickly and it yanks the car. We'll notice, let's take a second look, a little bit later than that in that shot. We did it. I don't know what Brian's
We're going to try. I hit
the
wrong button.
Professional. There we go.
There we go. We'll watch Kevin Bolland hit the wall.
He was very shallow on entry to that corner.
Slow.
Very slow. I'm noticing, and maybe this was the line the entire time and I just didn't pay attention, but I'm looking at Kevin Garcia. He is driving with the right sides on the grass almost to get the car to bite when he whips the wheel to turn. Interesting line.
You'll kind of want that. Drivers are getting back into that habit. It was strange for almost a year there when the track marshals didn't know where to put the barrier. It was out in the middle of the track, so they had to take alternate lines. But before that, it was kind of get your rights out into the grass and help it promote rotation.
Bolland and Piscucci battling for second. Remember, the only series that does the two-car transfers is light. These guys are just fighting for the best spot in the semifinal. Piscucci from Michigan, Bolland from the United Kingdom. Behind, championship leader Kevin Garcia from New Mexico. More than halfway through this final lap. And Kevin Garcia, we thought, threw it away. But he took pole position in seating, rounding the final corner, and Kevin Garcia continues his momentum and continues his dominance of NASA Rallycross Contenders, winning heat number 1. Kevin Bolland, after the mistake, comes home second, third, Piscucci, and fourth, Darren Canfield. So now, if Matty Grove has a hope of this championship, he has to win this heat race because he is down in the order. McDade, Funk, and Grove for heat number 2 in Barcelona.
All right.
Yeehaw. C'est la vie. Getting set for the second heat race in Spain. Everybody had wheel spin off the line, but McDade better start down to the first corner, runs it wide, Grove to the inside. From third to first in one corner goes the former series champion. Up the hill for the first time. McDade looking, throttles up, gives him a nudge. in the 472 to the 111. Clinton Funk in the 122 right behind in the Ford Fiesta. Wide as Grove. McDade trying to take the fight as we begin the first lap proper. Down the straightaway to turn 1. It's so tempting to go further than the curbs, but you'll hit those sausage curbs like McDade does in the 111. Easy to upset the car. Right, left, right through the dirt and down to the hairpin. Matty Grove's been impressive the last couple of weeks, Brian. He says, I'm not practicing, I'm just showing up and driving. But the more time that you put in, like we talk about all the time, the faster you get. McDade and Funk battling for second. Will we see a Joker? McDade into the wall. Funk looking. He takes it to the Joker in the 122. We didn't do this in qualifying or Heat 1. Let's ride on board the former series champion and enjoy a lap in Barcelona. Last lap for Grove, 43.021, 43.3 for Funk, 48.7 for McDade. McDade jokered on the outside. Let's take a look. Battle for second. McDade locked up, entering turn 1, gives Funk a nudge. These two are not friends, not best of friends, after the incident in Brands Hatch a couple of weeks ago. Funk through the hairpin. McDade all over. Like earlier on, these guys do not transfer. It's a battle to see who will get the better grid spot in the semifinal. McDade trying the outside. Funk tried it as well. And Matty Grove loves this out front. Last lap for him, 42.5. That's fastest lap. Funk nearly into the wall. And McDade took the regular course. He has one Joker left. Funk is done, and Matty Grove has no Jokers left. I don't know if there's going to be a battle for the lead, Brian, but it'll certainly be a battle for second still. As Clinton Funk lighting up the tires, battling, or rather, he's battling the track in the 122.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know if there's going to be we'll see if there's going to be a battle for the Delta here. He was 8 seconds up. He's 8 seconds up still. I don't think there's going to be a battle for anything here. I think Matt Grove has this no problem.
Through turn 1, through the right, the left. It's so tempting to try and get as close as you can to that wall. I broke the car in an official Rallycross race last week trying to run that line. It was not a fun time. Ripped the left front off the Ford Fiesta. Back out onto the Grand Prix track for just a couple moments, and now back onto the dirt. Super tight dirt section, street circuit-esque over the jump. Onto the asphalt, grips the car, jokering for the second time, and Matty Grove will win the second heat race in Barcelona.
Might be a battle here between McDade and Funk.
McDade has a joker left, Funk does not, and Clinton Funk will steal second place from Garth McDade. If you're Matty Grove and you're hoping to potentially get this championship, that's what you needed to do. He only lost 1 point to Kevin Garcia. Semi-final time in Barcelona. Kevin Bolland, Clinton Funk, Joe Pascucci, Garth McDade, Darren Canfield. 4 cars will transfer out of this semi-final. 1 car out, 5 laps, 2 jokers. Will we continue the trend of no vehicular gymnastics? We had none of that yesterday in the lights race. We get set for the semi-final in Spain. Green flag off the line. Pascucci, good start. Funk comes across. into turn one. Holland gets hit by Funk. Funk into the wall. McDade gets passed by Pascucci. They are side by side now. Pascucci backs out of it. Canfield minding his own business into the wall. No, not into the wall. Funk and McDade both hit the asphalt way out wide. Contact with Pascucci and McDade over the jump. Holland loves this. He needs this semifinal win to get back into the points. We begin the first lap. Funk second, McDade, Pascucci, and Canfield. And Canfield already on the back foot, Brian, as he ran wide, beginning the first lap. Subaru, Ford, Subaru, Volkswagen, Subaru. All three manufacturers represented. Funk in the wall, backs up, parking lot, involved as goes McDade.
That was a parking lot and nobody hit each other, Josh. That was everybody panicking a little. We're going to go back, look. Clinton, Garth, and Darren, all just different accidents. Clinton hits the wall. I think Garth just went a little wide, not tried to avoid it, just tried a different line and shot in. I think I went a little too far back, but here we go.
Clinton into the wall, Garth just panic reverses.
And then you had Darren having the issue just in the back. All three of them.
McDade and Pascucci made contact on the Joker merge. McDade had the regular course. Pascucci had the Joker and put the man from Michigan to second. Pascucci's had torrid luck this season. His vehicular gymnastics gave him the gold medal in Brands Hatch. Look at this merge. Pascucci's got the run. Looks right, looks left. McDade tries to go to the beach.
I think McDade just kind of lost it on his own.
And Pascucci holds the second spot. Kevin Bolland is spun at the front of the field. He hit the tires.
Oof.
And this is not good for him. Obviously, he does not have the Delta now, I don't believe. Let's try and pull this up. No. Funk has one Joker. McDade has one Joker, and he was stopped. Pascucci now. Pascucci might be in the catbird seat. He's got both of his strategies done.
It's only one driver out, right, Josh?
Correct. Canfield is that fifth man, the one man out. He's got both of his Jokers done. We're coming to 2 laps to go. And 0-23 sits in fifth. Pascucci and McDade side by side through the dirt, over the jump. And Pascucci, that is a perfect flick over the jump, and he takes the spot from McDade. Rounding the corner.
Funk here too.
Pascucci takes the spot from Funk as well. 2 laps to go. Funk to the outside into the first corner. Pascucci, middle of the road. Volkswagen versus Ford, hitting the curb and into the dirt.
Pascucci just did exactly what you need to do. When you come out and you're that much ahead of another car, take the middle line. Don't give them a clean opportunity to pass on either the outside or the inside. Make
he might get a slowdown there.
That pass. He's definitely going to. That's going to be a big one too.
No worries, though, I would say. He's still battling. It would be for the semifinal win, or unless Bolland can hold this. He Jokers. Funk second, third Pascucci. Bolland is rounding the final corner of the Joker. He holds the lead. White flag in the semifinal.
Yeah, Pascucci's going to get an easy third place here. Last lap. He should finish in this order unless Pascucci can make something happen on Funk.
It'll be a teammate battle for the final transfer spot. McDade locks up the left front. Canfield trying to chase him down. He was 2/10 slower than his teammate that last time around. Despite the incident, Kevin Bolland still leading. Funk, Pascucci, McDade, top 4 who transfer to the feature race. Through the dirt for the final time. And what a return. Showing pace. Kevin Bolland, final corner, winning the semifinal in Barcelona. Clinton Funk switched to the Ford Fiesta, and he will transfer in Barcelona. Pascucci and McDade, third and fourth. And the one man out tonight, Darren Canfield, in the 0-23.
Expect that wall to eat a lot more people tonight, Josh.
It's going to be gnarly, and it only gets more chaotic from here. The grid is set for the penultimate race of the Contenders season. We're going to step aside, and on the other side of the break, we go racing in Spain.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
Side by
it.
side between these two in the turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap. Clog is the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one. Up Betty to the inside of Magnus gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going to hold this one. NASA Rallycross Contenders on ASN TV is brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams for more info. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And also by Alex Zabetti, producer of the official NASA Sim Racing theme music. If you like what you see tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to ASN TV, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. And according to Brian, we might even be on the dark web. I still have no clue where we're going on that one. If you'd like to race in
7 months
NASA,
of telling people and nobody's ever asked me.
listen, Brian's gonna cry, okay? He calls me during the day sobbing that nobody has called him and asked him about the ASN domain on the dark web. If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone in 2026. Rallycross, Cross Car, Stage Rally, GT3, Porsche Cup, both of those courtesy of our friends at SimCar. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. As we welcome you back to the 7th round of the 2026A NASA Rallycross Contender season from Barcelona, with Brian Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box. My name is Josh Mertz, live on ASN TV. We have a couple minutes until we go racing. The championship hangs in the balance. Kevin Garcia, let's just call it as it is. Numerically, he might not technically clinch, but Brian, he's looking really good to put one hand on the trophy tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard mountain for Matt Grove to surmount. He'd need a perfect race and need Garcia to have the worst race ever. And I mean, Garcia really hasn't had any of those.
Even when he had his issues, I think he still finished on the podium. I'll pull it up and do it live. What do we got for results? Last week in Knockhill, he finished second. And then Daytona, or rather, it was Daytona, he finished third. So, I mean, he's still been on the podium, and you call those bad weeks. It's just, that's how it is. Consistency. Podium finishes. We got about a minute. Take us through upcoming programming before we go green in Barcelona.
Yeah, absolutely. This Thursday, we got Porsche Cup Round 2 at Imola. That's going to be Alex Larson and Josh Mertz in the booth, 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be in a car. Should be a lot of fun. Then Sunday, NASA Sunday Night Lights returns. It's May season starting. Kieran Lifflander won the April season. So May is taking off, or starting it off at Phoenix. It's going to be Josh Darnell and myself, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we come back here, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern for Contenders 9 for the World Championship for the finale at Sonoma. Sonoma produces a lot of fun racing, so excited for that to be the finale, Josh.
And I know we have talked about it, might have seen the ad in our break, ASN returning to the Sim Gaming Expo in 2026. That was announced, I think, at the beginning of the weekend, so the end of the week last week. Shout out Marcus Indrex Simmer, two-time defending champion of the NASA World Rally Challenge. Hopefully we get you back in one of these cars at some point, my friend. Miss having you on track. As everyone rolling in, getting ready to grid for the feature race of NASA Rallycross Contenders. 6 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers. Kevin Garcia can unofficially clinch this championship 1 round early, but we've seen crazier things happen. Let's take a look at the grid for round number 7. On pole position, Kevin Garcia in the 505, followed by Matty Grove, Kevin Boland, Clinton Funk, Joe Pascucci, and Garth McDade. 6 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers. Thanks for joining us for Contenders. We get set to go green in Barcelona. Green flag off the line, a great jump from Boland, splitting the championship competitors down to the first corner. McDade into Grove. Around goes Boland. It looks like Garcia's in third. He gets passed by Funk. Is the championship leader's car broken, Brian? He pulled over. He might have got a slowdown.
He either got a slowdown or a car that's not functioning.
McDade and Grove will take a second look at that start once it calms down. But Grove, who got pushed out wide by McDade, beginning the first lap proper. McDade in the 111 leads. Clinton Funk is in third. Grove is in second. The top 3 in this race will transfer to the World Championship split, and Kevin Garcia is in 5th at the moment. A lot of time left to go, obviously, in this race. Grove to the inside. McDade defends to the hairpin. One of the best overtaking opportunities on this circuit. McDade goes wide. Grove tries to cut down. Nothing doing for the man from Pennsylvania.
Just let's take a look back at what happened there. Those 2 cars almost
around Grove from second.
They just
Sorry
collide.
to cut you off. They collided, Brian. And Matty Grove's got to wait for the field to go by.
As soon as I hit the transition button, I saw it as soon as I hit the button. I knew they were about to collide. Let's take a look back at their collision, and we'll go back and look at the start. Grove just kind of throwing it to the inside. The Fiesta definitely more nimble, and that looks like, yeah, he got come down on. He's there. He's on the inside. Inside is allowed to exist. We'll take a look at what happened to Kevin Garcia off the start. Let's go a little high above here. He gets pinched. Just kind of manhandled. I think he thinks he might. I think he let some people by, like he thinks he may have caused some of that. I think that's why he was a little bit slow there, Josh.
Joe Pascucci crashed, entering the final couple of corners, broke the right rear, the man from Michigan out in this race. So, Garth McDade leads, Kevin Garcia second, Clinton Funk, well, was in third, it's Kevin Boland now, and then Matty Grove 5th and last out of the running cars.
Clinton Funk took the good strategy, I feel like, however, for this track. If there's a few cars and you can easily double joker, get to the back and run some clean lap times, that's kind of what I want to be doing if I'm Clinton. He's got Boland in front of him, who's taken neither joker. Grove behind him, taking both of his, who's squarely in front of him. Might be able to make something happen here, though.
McDade holding the lead at the moment, and Garth McDade currently leading, trying to become the 51st winner in the history of the championship over 214 races. We still have over half of this race left to go. Kevin Garcia in the 505. Joker strategy. He has taken one. McDade has not taken any. If I'm McDade, I'm jokering now to cover Garcia. You can't allow him to have clear track to close up this gap. And you know world champion Kieran Lifflander has to be in his driver's ear, but no joker for McDade. Garcia finishes his strategy.
That's a very good call from Garcia. He's going to be able to really make up a lot of pace if McDade doesn't joker here.
Rounding turn one. It's going to be exciting if Kevin Garcia does get moved to the World Championship. We'll see. Commentator's curse, he hits the wall. I shouldn't talk about people, Brian, because the left front is broken.
That car's done.
Oh, no.
That car's done, Josh. That wheel is
the championship leader out. And where is Matty Grove? He passes his championship competitor. And now Garcia out. This gives Garth McDade potentially the opportunity on a silver platter to win his first race halfway home in Barcelona. I say it every week, Brian. We've seen crazy things happen, and that unexpected. That's an easy thing to do in that corner, though.
You know who that's going to be huge for? That's going to be huge for Matt Grove. If Matt Grove can get a few more positions out of this race, if he could even just get on the podium, that would be massive for him.
Clinton's done with his strategy. Ballin still has his. McDade still has his. He is P4 at the moment. It's going to be interesting now. What will that do to the drop week? Will that increase the points for Garcia, or will it shrink the gap for Matt? 4 laps to go for McDade. No jokers yet for the 111.
It's true. Drop week math is always confusing. Kevin Boland rips his joker. Clinton Funk and Matt Grove get by. Matt Grove's going to take the low line.
Side by side into the first corner. Boland has the preferred line, runs it deep. Grove takes the spot, but Boland's still there. Side by side into the dirt, and Grove over rotates, and off the road he goes.
Ugh. You gotta practice that. That is not a move you can just do without practicing it. You have to be in practices with people running side by side entering that turn to know how you have to control your car. It's a different braking marker.
McDade,
it's a different strategy
jokers.
Altogether.
McDade exits
finally.
the joker. 3 laps to go, and this joker rotation has put Clinton Funk in second, done with his strategy. Will we see an upset from the 122?
It's what I said earlier. Clinton Funk took the ideal joker strategy, and look at this. Garth McDade going super wide, kind of almost looping the car. Dropping the gap to Funk to 3 seconds.
Trying to utilize the asphalt. It's asphalt textured way, way, way out on the outside of that sweeping corner. We'll see the kids later on in the World Championship use that line. McDade jokers. And Funk unbelievably didn't hit the wall. Joker merge. 2 laps to go. We put Clinton Funk, and he cuts across into McDade. And back another piece of contact with Boland involved. And here comes Matty Grove. 2 to go.
Is everybody still moving?
Is McDade's car still in a condition for him to hold this lead?
I think he is. Boland has one more joker to take. That was quite the incident there.
That was something. Hopefully you don't lose me. It's thundering and lightning over here. I don't know if you guys can hear it
through your microphone. Yes,
it's gnarly. Yeah, we might still be here. Who knows? McDade still leads after whatever that was. I can't blame Clinton, though. 2 seconds bias. I know he drives for me. But ignoring that, white flag for McDade. I can't say that's just joker merge, honestly. You slide wide into the lead, Brian. It's a tough one. Final lap for Garth McDade, running deep in the 111. He's done with his strategy. Clinton Funk is defending on Kevin Boland for second. And Kevin Garcia has parked it in the 505. Funk holds second. McDade holds the lead. Kevin Boland in third. Up front, Garth McDade in the 111. Heart and mouth moment with the joker merge with Clinton Funk. They're battling away for the second spot. Over the jump. winner number 51 in the history of NASA Rallycross Contenders. It's Garth McDade winning in Barcelona. Clinton Funk, what could have been, finishing second. And Kevin Bolland, a 1-3 for Kieran Lifflander Racing, with Matty Grove retiring the car in fourth, fifth Garcia, and sixth Joe Pascucci.
Josh, that was exciting, especially right at the end there. I mean, that was a cool accident, and everybody made it out of it. So
that was something. So the top three, McDade, Funk, and Bolland, will race in the World Championship race in just a couple of moments. I'm going to toss the baton to Mr. Sawyer. I'll get points updated for you, my friend, and I'll go run that driver's meeting.
Absolutely. We'll see you in a few minutes, Josh. Let's go ahead. We gotta wait a second here to get Garth in the booth. Josh thinks he's gonna do points for me. I think I've gone ahead and got it done without him. I believe
you're quicker than me. You got me. You beat me.
I beat Josh. Okay, let's see. I have Garth McDade. I have no Garth McDade. Alrighty. Well, I'll give him a few minutes. Let's try and go back and look at. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. Kevin Bolin. I'm gonna try and find this incident. Let's just click on a random Clinton Funk thing and see what happens. This might be it. Unclear. I think that's a little too late. We got mentions in the. That's confirmed. I don't see a Garth McDade anywhere. I guess we're not going to be able to talk to him. Let's try and look at this. Yep, there's the incident. So what we got Clinton Funk kind of losing the rear end of the car. Garth McDade hitting him. And Clinton throws it in reverse. Oh, that's an incredible spin from Bolland. Just maintaining control of the car. That is great job there. You're right. It looks like we're not going to get our winner in here. So let's take a look at points exiting this week. Kevin Garcia 201 to Matt Groves 179. Darren Campfield, yeah, Garcia kept a good amount of points due to his drop week kicking in there. So drops a gap to 22. It could feasibly happen. I think Garcia would have to not show up for the evening to make it happen, but Grove solidly in second place. Darren Canfield 153, tied with Kevin Bolland for P3. Garth McDade, Clinton Funk, Joe Pascucci, Matt Kingsbury, Travis Seymour, and Josh Mertz are the top 10. Over in the team points is KLR Pink Fury 322. That is definitely locked in. Control Z Racing P2. Slaypex, KLR Blue Thunder, JC Academy, Slaypex VW, Dirt Esports, MRT, Slaypex Racing again, and Move Over, It's Speedy Time are the top 10. Subaru Ford VW manufacturers 235, 205, 134. I think this is the highest the Beetle has been in years. Alrighty. Well, just one more check. We definitely do not have Garth McDade in the server, so we are going to go ahead, take a shot over the break. Might run a couple times. Got to get this driver's meeting over with and the session built. Don't go anywhere. NASA Rallycross World Championship will be back in about 5 minutes.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and
Side
holds
by
it.
side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clogging the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going to spot.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and
Side by
holds
side
it.
between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarlane contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Ragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Ronnie's going to hold his power. Last week in Not Kill, it was a story of chaos and calamity, which is basically the norm in Scotland. Off the start, Evan McFarlane came together with Carter Gosh and Josh Darnell, sacrificing Darren Canfield in the process and wadding up the entire field in turn two. The trio of McFarlane, Dallas DeBard, and Kieran Lifflander survived, with the former world champion having another technical failure and crashing out of the race, allowing Kieran to run off into the sunset. Due to this chaos, we had two debut podium finishers, Dallas DeBard and Jamison Leckenby. Can they springboard those podiums into another good run tonight? There are 2 weeks left until we crown a NASA Rallycross world champion, and Barcelona is next. The site of a photo finish between the two kids a couple of seasons ago, and turn one is known to be chaotic. The Spanish Grand Prix is next. Our venue this evening is Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, first race by NASA in 2021. It features 10 turns and uses Sector 3 of the Grand Prix layout in reverse, creating huge speed differences into turn 2 depending on your strategy. The lap tightens into a technical dirt chicane and hairpin before demanding absolute precision over the jump, and the late Joker choice to close the lap. In NASA Rallycross, after open practice, we head to single car, 3-lap qualifying. The top 8 receive bonus points, and that'll set the grid for our heat races, which are 5 laps in total. Win your heat, straight to the feature, 2 bonus points. The rest of the drivers are sent to the semifinals, also 5 laps, where the top half of the race advances, with the top 3 earning extra points, and that'll set the stage for our 10-lap feature race. And unique to NASA Sim Racing, 2 Jokers are taken all evening. The 34th season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship continues tonight, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With 2024B Lights World Champion Brian Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, as NASA and ASN are proud to welcome you to the 11th running of the Spanish Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross World Championship on ASN is brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCamps for more information, and thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And also by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA Sim Racing theme music. Mr. Sawyer, 2 rounds left. We saw some chaos just now earlier in Contenders. Evan crashed last week. We have another bull ring after Knockhill here in Barcelona. What are we thinking about tonight?
I think we're going to see a lot of carnage tonight, Josh. We saw some people in Contenders hitting that inside wall. I think we're going to see a lot more people and a lot more stacking up here in the supercar races. These guys are a lot faster. They're a lot tighter on times. I'm looking at the top 6 of them almost within a second of each other in practice here. So we are going to have these cars basically connected to each other going through these turns. And,
oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
This is going to be exciting. I mentioned in the Contenders race, just to break the 4th wall, I might be vanishing from this cast. There's some pretty gnarly storms running through, so hopefully that does not happen. But just so everyone is aware, Evan McFarlane, fastest in practice just now at a 40.615. 40.655 for Kieran Lifflander, 0.04 between the 2 championship protagonists. Before we head to qualifying, Brian, let's take a look at the championships and our upcoming schedule.
Absolutely. So, going into this evening, Evan McFarlane, top of the table, 166 to Kieran Lifflander's 162. Carter Gosh, 137. Matthew Lindy, 123. Josh Darnell, Zach Goddard, Dallas DeBard, Jonathan Harris, Jamison Leckenby, and Daryl Young round out the top 10. Like I said a little earlier in the Contenders, these aren't super official. There haven't been many penalty points applied to this, and there have been not a whole lot, but a couple. They will be 100% official going into next week and ending next week. Going over to the team's standings, KLR Black Phantom 300 to TWR Subi Squad's 287. This is a wild competition for teams, Josh, especially this late into a season. Channel 199, Evan all by himself, 193. Control Z, 176. Aqua Storm, Slaypex, Blue Thunder, Team Dog Racing, JC Simsport, and Pink Fury round out the top 10. Same as Contenders, Subaru, Ford, VW with Subaru 205, 101 to 6. Did your house just blow away, Josh?
Did you hear that?
Everybody heard that.
Wow. No, but that was really close.
At your camera. I had to go.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Like, is there a roof there still?
We still have a roof. I still have a window. I still have electricity. So we're okay. We're okay.
I feel like I'm going to be doing the back half of this cast by myself.
I hope not. You're capable, but I hope not. Did you go over the schedule while I was scared for my life?
No, I did not. Oh my god. It doesn't look that bad near you. Gary's got a lot of yellow.
Brian, I don't like you right now. You know what?
It's not red, it's just yellow. I'll go over the full schedule though. Going into this evening, those are points. Simcar this Thursday, Imola round 2 with Josh Mertz and Alex Larson in the booth, 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday Night Lights, round 1 of the May season. Phoenix is where we'll be. That's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That will be Josh Darnell and myself. Then next week, same time, same place, 8 for Contenders, 9 p.m. Eastern for the World Championship. We're finishing this season off at Sonoma. A lot of Porsche car, a lot of Porsche car and Sunday Night Lights. Some other things in the works. Cross car will be probably coming up in the summer. We'll probably take a little break here and figure some things out.
Brian, I don't know what radar you're looking at, and without doxing myself, if you know where I live, you know. There's red near my house on this radar. Hopefully it's passed. Once it gets through, we'll be okay, but it's a matter of if my house is going to blow away. next 10 minutes. All right, Brian. We handled all that. Thank you for picking me up on that. I can't find my mouse cursor. Welcome to live production. All right. Let's take a look and ignore the weather and take a look. McFarland, Lifflander, that hasn't changed. Zach Goddard, never mind, it's changed. Kieran just reset fastest lap, but the track is pretty used up at the moment. Zach Goddard trying to help TWR get that Constructors Championship. Him and Matthew Lindy sitting 3rd and 4th. Jonathan Harris is 6th for KLR Black Phantom right now. So it's been such a fantastic battle to see the ebb and the flow between those two teams. And poor Evan McFarland, right? By his lonesome, whatever you want to say, struggling, but still Channel 199, 3rd in the Constructors Championship.
He's got teammates that can show up. He's just got to yell at some of them.
I would love that. I'm going to say publicly, the offer has extended. If everyone would like to join us, nasasimracing.com. Let's make Dirt Road the biggest it could be with all of the communities as we get set to go to qualifying. That was wild. I haven't heard thunder like that in a long time. First car on track. Let's see who we have. Kieran Lifflander in the 20. And that's the wrong button, Brian. But I'll tell you what, our world champion.
It is.
Listen, I know you're distracted by me having thunder outside my house, but Kieran Lifflander normally is not on track this early. First car on track to lead. Well, he was. First car, Daryl Young in the 25. Then Carter Gosh in the 91. Winner from yesterday's Lights race in Winton in Australia. Regardless of spoiling the outcome, that race was phenomenal. YouTube.com/ASNTVUSA for ASN On Demand. And Daryl Young had an incident in turn 1 just now. Ran it a little bit deep. We'll see the first set of lap times roll in. Chris Lunan behind him. Umad Akdenisley. Lifflander has gotten on track for the world champion. And where is Evan McFarland? He is not on track yet in the 04. Through the left, over the jump. I'm going to be losing my mind when these guys pivot this car over the jump blindly. Young crosses the line to set the benchmark, 42.7. Carter Gosh, 41.7. Chris Lunan, 43.7. Umad Akdenisley, 43.0. 41.6 for Kirtley. 44.2 Clinton Funk, 44.7 for the Contenders winner Garth McDade. Jonathan Harris beginning his first lap. Jeff Cartwright, 50.5. Kevin Balland, 43.8. Eric Dubois, 42.4. Matthew Lindy, former Contenders champion, 40.6. Zach Goddard, former Contenders and Futures champion, 41.5. Dallas DeBard, 41.8. World champion Kieran Lifflander gave it up. He made a good call not beginning that first lap, Brian.
He goes, I don't like my entrance to this. I'm going to just stop and do another out lap. I got plenty of time. Jameson, I can be starting his first lap here.
Daryl Young,
we'll go on board
42.8.
Jameson.
Let's ride on board. Talk us through this lap, Mr. Sawyer. No pressure.
All right, we're going through the dirt section. I was trying to do something else, but that's fine. We'll go through the dirt here. Try and get the car rotated with it, keeping minimal slide and keeping the wheels rotating. That's the biggest part to this track, that dirt hairpin there. Coming through here, you can either keep it tight or go really wide and set up a nice straight line. Get a good flick off this turn. Don't grab the barriers. And then just get the car nicely rotated without leaving the ground.
42.4 for Leckenby. Go ahead and do whatever else you were going to do. I didn't realize, but that facial expression was gold. Matthew Lindy sits P1 at a 40.610. Umad Akdenisley 11th. Leckenby to 9th. Dallas DeBard on his final lap. Umad Akdenisley crosses the line. 42.6 for the Turk. Eric Dubois across the line. 43.7. DeBard 41.5. Kieran Lifflander on track, the reigning and defending NASA Rallycross world champion. Just a slight kiss of the wall on his out lap. And we're going to watch some of the best. Car control, repetition, perfection, whatever it may be. And he gives it up again. He's going to run out of time here, though, if he keeps making that issue.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
On track, McFarland in the 04. He is on his warm-up lap. Behind him is Clinton Funk. Funk will end his qualifying
you're
run.
giving yourself.
McFarland takes the green flag, the 4-time world champion in the 04. He has been electric in qualifying this season in that Subaru for channel 199. Through the right, through the left, misses the curb, nearly touches the tires on exit. Through the right of the dirt, through the left, shallow line, and onto the Grand Prix track. Don't go onto the AstroTurf all the way. It'll give you a slowdown, clip the curb, get the car to rotate back the opposite direction. With the red plate is the former world champion, one of the fastest people that has ever raced in NASA Rallycross over these 14 years. Final set of corners for McFarlane. Final corner, crossing the line, 40.258. It's provisional pole. Where is Lifflander? Josh Darnell sets his first lap, 42.9. He is 14th in the Subaru, and we find the world champion onto the Grand Prix track, into the final sector. For the first time on his first lap, he has to beat a 40.258. It is a duel between these two at the top of the table. Evan McFarlane trying to go for seeding round win number 34, and Lifflander hits the wall! He hits the tires. It invalidates his first lap. McFarlane has parked it. He gives up his second lap.
I don't know, Josh. Now he's going to have to do another out lap, which is going to count as his second lap. He's going to get one shot. I don't know what he's doing tonight, but he's not taking the banker lap.
This is his first lap. Will it begin? I think this is...
This is still going to count as his first lap, so he is lucky, I guess.
Green flag for his second qualifying lap.
Yep, okay.
For the world champion. The first lap didn't count with the return to the pit lane. He hit the tires exiting the jump. I still would have crossed the line because you never know how the sim is going to register it. Through the dirt. Super nice and calm with the right foot, like an egg is under that pedal. You don't want to push too hard. It looks cool, but it's not fast to replicate Gymkhana in these cars. McFarlane yet to exit the pit lane on his second qualifying lap. Over the jump. Into the final couple of corners. Lifflander has to beat a 40.2 across the line for the world champion. 41.5 on lap number 1. He has one lap to improve it, and will we see McFarlane exit? The brake lights are on the 04 in the pit lane. McFarlane, I think, is going to wait, Brian.
He's going to need to pull something out of his hat because that is not the lap time he's looking for. That puts him at P8. That gives him 1 point in qualifying. That is definitely not what he's looking for when he's trying to make up a gap to Evan.
It's over the jump. I don't know how to read. I thought it was a 41.5. I didn't realize it was a 41.5. I don't know how to read. Reading very hard.
There it
Across
goes.
the line
Last
for the
turn.
world champion P2. 40.5.
He got a much better last turn there. There he goes. Up to P2.
I got a siren or something. Do I have a siren going off? No. I don't know. We might be evacuating really quick. Who knows? We're all good. Yet, so far. So, apologies that I don't know how to read. I did that entire call thinking that Kieran Lifflander was fastest. I don't know how to read. So he is second. McFarlane, that's it. It's another seeding round win and another third lap glory run for the 04.
7 for 7 for Evan here.
Let's see. And that will be number 34 for the kid from California. 2 more. I told you, my record's going to fall early next season, and it's phenomenal to watch this stuff. I think Kieran should have taken that first lap, like I said, regardless of if it was a 1x contact or not, because you don't know what the sim's going to give you. He gave that up and paid the price, honestly. As McFarlane crosses the line behind the graphic, another seeding round win for the former world champion. 7 for 7, as Brian stated. Incredible. I don't think anybody has swept seeding round wins. You go through the results. I'm going to pull that up really quick.
Absolutely. Evan McFarlane, Kieran Lifflander, Matthew Lindy, Carter Gosh, Jonathan Harris, Dallas DeBard, Zach Goddard, Robbie Kirtley, Daryl Young, Eric Dubois, Jameson Leckenby, Josh Darnell, Umet Acton-Isley, Chris Lunan, Jeff Cartwright, Kevin Bullitt. It sounds like you're breathing into the mic super hard, but I know it's just thunder.
Yep.
Clinton Funk and Garth McDade. It sounds like you're a fat man that just walked a mile.
I'm not fat, Brian. That was offensive. Looking through here, the closest that someone got to sweeping a seeding round in the season, when we used to do 10 races, Philip Kraus did 7 out of 10 in 2019 B. I did, how many did I do in 17? One, I don't know how to count. I did 7 in 2017 C. So percentage-wise, McFarlane has the record. And thank you, Mr. Hartunian, for giving me that update in chat. He's 10 miles up the road. There's no sirens away from him or near him, so we are all okay. So, unexpected qualifying result. That'll give them split heats. And unbelievably, despite the incident last week, Evan still leads. That was his drop week. It is getting tense at the top of this championship as we get set to grid for heat number 1. 18 cars here tonight. Impressive field here in Barcelona. Shout out Garth McDade for winning that Contenders race. Shout out Clinton Funk. There was no sympathy corner tonight. He finished in second. Kevin Bolland finished in third. As a reminder, all coverage on ASN On Demand, youtube.com/ASN TV USA. As we head to heat number 1, our grid for the opening heat race. Evan McFarlane, Carter Gosh, Zach Goddard, Eric Dubois, Umet Acton-Isley, and Kevin Bolland. The winner of this heat race will get 2 bonus points in the ever so important pole position. Evan McFarlane with the red plate denotes the championship leader. We'll see Kieran Lifflander with the gold plate later on as the reigning world champion. And the blue denotes the drivers from the contender split that transferred to the World Championship. Heat number 1 for the Spanish Grand Prix. Green flag in Barcelona. Off the line, McFarlane leads us. Gosh locked up the rears. Dubois locks up the rears. Comes across Gosh on Goddard, entering the dirt for the first time. Gosh to the inside, now out to the outside. Multiple lines. Acton-Isley and Bolland contact. Dubois has to park it, and the Turk is around and send him to the back in the Ford Fiesta. No jokers on the initial starts in Barcelona. And as we begin the first lap proper, McFarlane, Gosh slides it, saves it in the 91. Goddard, Bolland, Dubois, and Acton-Isley.
Yeah, Acton-Isley got a little sideways through that first turn there, and he just kind of got swallowed up by the other cars. Nothing he could really do there. He handbrake saved it, but that was about it. As
a McFarlane touched the tires entering that first dirt section on this first lap. No harm done to the 04 for channel 199. Gosh close behind, winner of the lights race yesterday, but when will the kid from Minnesota break through? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The world may never know. Words are hard. This thunder is not putting me in the right frame of mind, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for that one, but McFarlane still leads. Gosh, Goddard, Bolland, Acton-Isley, and Dubois. They're battling for the 5th spot in the back of the field. I believe Dubois, he did take the joker at the first time of asking. When is Carter Gosh winning a race, Brian?
He's got the pace. I just think he needs the he almost has the pace. I think he just needs some luck, a little bit of luck on his side to make it happen.
As McFarlane leads, Gosh second, Goddard third, Bolland, Dubois, as McFarlane touches the wall. So Dubois done with his strategy side by side. Acton-Isley and Bolland. Bolland took his first joker. Acton-Isley takes the spot in the Ford Fiesta. Move him to the 4th position. Fastest lap, McFarlane 40.867 in the 04. Will Gosh Joker, yes, in the 91. So will he lose a position to Goddard? Goddard follows him, the former Contenders and Futures champion. Goddard, Acton Isley Jokers. Balland follows him. Dubois done with his strategy. Put him into this mix with Balland. No contest, as they are done with their strategies. Acton Isley has one left. We're going to have a great battle for third or fourth in this heat race. Goddard's done with his strategy as well.
I've been getting extremely close to the wall.
Over the jump. Into the... on. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to hit the wall. Incredible. Exiting the Joker on the first time of asking. White flag for McFarlane in the 04. Gosh exits on his second bit of strategy. No contest with Goddard. And Acton Isley in nearly into the wall off monitor. He saves it. He loses the spot to Balland and to Dubois potentially. This is a battle for third. Acton Isley, will he have the run? They're side by side, battling for the fourth spot like it's for the World Championship. Dubois and Balland. Balland, driver's right. And Dubois takes the spot. Up front, Evan McFarlane. As they're dueling away for last. Balland forces his way through on Acton Isley. Jokering as McFarlane. It's 7 for 7 in seeding and another Heat 1 win for the former world champion. Carter Gosh, pole position for the semifinal. Goddard and Dubois as Balland and Acton Isley dueling away for last in this heat race. And I think Umut has car damage or a slowdown as he gives it up in the 31.
Josh, when you start flying away, I'm definitely switching to your camera. We don't do mini shorts, but that one will be a short.
I'll sacrifice my house for viewership. Umut ran out of fuel.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That
Heat
does not happen
number
often.
2. Kieran Lifflander, reigning and defending NASA Rallycross world champion. Jonathan Harris, Robbie Kirtley, Jamison Leckenby, Chris Lunan, and Clinton Funk. Clinton said in this chat and in the Discord chat, why am I here? Something along those lines. Well, Clinton, you finished second in the Contenders race. You had a wonderful race. Get off the YouTube stream. Focus in. Heat number 2 in Barcelona. Green flag. It's 3 KLR cars, 2 Slaypex, and 1 JC Simsport down to turn 1. Lifflander and Harris side by side. Here comes Kirtley in the 024, the man from Virginia who beat the 2 kids in Crandon a couple seasons ago. Harris blocks past the 024. Impressive from the 75. Contact with Funk and Lunan. Massive hit. It's Clinton Funk's sympathy jump in the World Championship race.
I'm surprised Lunan made it out of that one alive. Lunan looked like he was the initial contact there and started going sideways. I think the jump actually saved his car.
As Lifflander leads, Harris has a 1-2 for KLR in this heat race. Kirtley in third, Lunan, Leckenby, and Funk back going in the 122. Kirtley, wider line than Harris, former race winner in the World Championship. He knows how to get it done. In the 024, Harris taps the wall again. A block pass from Harris to Kirtley, whether it was intentional or not. Lifflander, no joker. Harris, no joker. If I'm Kirtley, I would joker now, Brian.
Yeah,
you're stuck
Kirtley
behind
is much
him.
faster than Harris right now. Well, we'll get them through for turn 1, and we'll take a look back at the Clinton Funk incident. See what happened there. Jamison Leckenby might have just had an incident also. Kirtley and Harris make it through this, so we're going to take a look back at what happened to Clinton Funk. They get sideways. Lunan.
Never mind, Brian. They all crashed as the world champions involved as well. The same thing that happened to Kevin Garcia. He crashed into the tires. This has reset everything. Brian, you can't go replays. We have to. No replays. We can't do it.
Not. Was that Harris?
It was Harris and Kieran. Kieran crashed in front of them.
Oh, yep. Kieran crashed in front of them. Oh. Interesting.
So, 3 laps to go.
And you know, if had Kirtley taken the Joker earlier, he would have been in front provisionally right now, but
Yeah. I say it every week. Joker early. Joker when your competitor in front of you takes that strategy, immediately do it the next lap to cover it. You never know what's going to happen. Liftlander still leads. And he was having issues yesterday in the lights race. He crashed from the lead, gave Carter Gosh that win. Something is running amok in the 20. He jokers. Kirtley follows him. 2 to go.
sometimes you just don't have your day. We were watching Lindy the other week. Lindy was just having issues. It looked like every time he pressed the brake, his car just wanted to step out on him. You can tell some nights some drivers are just having an off night.
Lunan, Harris, Funk, the remaining running order through this second heat race in Barcelona. Questionable qualifying tactics, a mistake earlier on. The world champion, is there too much pressure? We know, we talked about it. His team has expanded from literally just him to, I would say, 10 drivers this season. Is the management getting to him? Is running both splits? We could speculate all night long. White flag for the world champion, still leading heat number 2. Kirtley takes his second joker. I think he'll be able to comfortably hold this spot. Through the right, through the left is the world champion. We focus on the 024 of Kirtley. Leckenby in the pit lane in the 51. Interesting to see with McFarland still leading the world championship after that issue and over the jump for the final time, recovering from a rare mistake from the world champion. Final corner, winning heat number 2, the 2 kids on the front row for the feature race later on. Kirtley, Lunan, Funk, Harris, and Leckenby to the semifinal. I'm staring into your soul, Brian. It looks like you have something. What is happening? Is something broken?
No, I was just waiting. I was waiting for them to finish.
That's fair. I'm so used to you pushing the button before we even go that I just say a bit too early. Our grid for heat number 3. Matthew Lindy, Dallas DeBar, Daryl Young, Darnell, Cartwright, McDade. Everybody's on grid. That was a quick one. Heat 3 in Barcelona. Green flag. This heat race is going to be interesting. We got people out of place. Lindy and DeBar down to the first corner, side by side. Hip check. One around nearly. He was Young in the 25. He saved it into the dirt. Lindy leads DeBar, leads Young. Darnell way down the order in the 029. Uncharacteristic for the man from Maryland. Pinched to the curb and the tires by Young. Young takes the 3rd spot. Beginning the first lap in Barcelona. Darnell to the inside of Young. Contact into the wall. No, he saved it. Comes across. Saves it again. Incredible car control from these guys early on. It's going to get more and more frantic in the semifinal and the Spanish Grand Prix later on. And Matthew Lindy pulling away, but not by much. Dallas DeBard hanging with him in the 888. Young and Darnell still battling for 3rd. Dallas DeBard won heat number 3 last week in Knockhill, so he has pace. Young and Darnell touch! Jokering is DeBard. Darnell has to joker in the 029, the way that car was angled. Lindy leads at the end of the first lap, Ryan.
You know, Darnell might not have wanted to joker there, but he got an excellent setup for a joker right there. He might even be able to pass Cartwright right here. Might have the speed there, maybe not.
Into the wall goes Young. Has to give the spot up to DeBard. He hit the tires with the rear of the Subaru and put the 888 back to 2nd. Darnell battling Cartwright. Darnell pushes wide, takes the spot.
Cartwright's way wide. He's going to have a slowdown.
And McDade, the Contenders race winner, in the back of this field. Lindy yet to joker. I think he's going to wait to the last 2 laps, Brian.
Probably, and that's a huge pass though for Josh Darnell. It's a big one to get a pass on somebody when you've taken the joker and they have yet to do so.
as McDade and Cartwright battling for the 5th position side by side in turn 1. McDade takes the spot, and Cartwright trying as well. McDade from Idaho, the first driver in NASA history, I believe, from Idaho, at least to win, and I think to drive as well. In general, Cartwright hits the wall. And Lindy, 2 laps to go, no joker yet. That's exactly what his strategy will be. Dallas DeBard does not take his second bit of strategy. And Darnell takes his second joker on lap number 3. Will the luck turn around for Matthew Lindy, Brian? That's the question.
He's for sure due for it, Josh. He's had such terrible luck this season. He's been beaten and banged all season long.
McDade and Darnell battling for 4th. McDade with a joker left. Darnell done with his strategy. Darrell Young still has one, so does DeBard. Lindy takes his first joker. Side by side for the moment, it was Darnell and McDade. Again, in the dirt, Darnell utilizes the gripped up dirt, takes the spot. McDade got stuck in the loose stuff. White flag for Lindy. Darnell's done with his strategy. McDade completes his. Young is done with his. DeBard done with his. And I don't think there'll be any rotation at the front of the field.
Yep, Young just finished his. Took a minute for it to show up.
As Lindy into the dirt for the final time. DeBard holding an impressive second. He'll get a good starting spot for the semifinal. Over the jump. Into the joker on the white flag lap to complete his strategy. Matthew Lindy, winner of heat number 3 in Barcelona. It'll be Dallas DeBard coming home in 2nd. Darrell Young in 3rd. Josh Darnell not having any pace tonight in the Subaru. He comes home in 4th, goes to the semifinal. McDade and Cartwright as well to the consolation round. As our first semifinal of the evening. And according to this, is that 5 car? Oh boy, 5 cars out of these semifinals will go to the feature. Carter Gosh, Dallas DeBard, Chris Lunan, Dubois, Darnell, Harris, and Acton Isley. The sun has broken free of the clouds. Everybody said, who turned on the lights? Top 5 transfer to this feature race. It's only going to get worse from here. You're telling me 13 cars are going to pile into turn 1, Brian?
Yeah.
Why are you a creator of chaos? Semifinal A in Barcelona. Green flag off the line. Harris had a good start, has nowhere to go. 4 wide. Lunan and Harris all over, hooked together. Dubois as well. Gosh leads. Darnell and DeBard into the dirt. 3 Subarus. DeBard climbs on the right rear of Darnell. They both save it. Here comes Harris from Australia battling the Turk Acton Isley. Acton Isley from 7th to 5th. DeBard crossed up in the 888. And we begin the first lap proper now. Lunan is turtle in the first corner. Taken out of it.
I was going to say, Josh, you missed
from North Carolina.
Chris Lunan just completely getting murdered. He got sent back to forces, though. He looked like he was having a little trouble pushing out wide on the...
Flip count is 2.
That flip count is 2. He was pushing out a little wide on the start, and I think he got a little push back, and that's going to be Dallas DeBard into the wall. Harris into the wall.
Dubois crashes in sympathy. All right. Carter Gosh leads. Darnell second.
We're going to take a look back at the Chris Lunan incident. I don't quite remember who it was with. It looked like that was Harris. Yep, that was Harris. Just kind of hip checked him out to the side, and there he goes.
Take him out of it in the 86.
Isley and Harris now racing side by side. Acton Isley trying to squeak the inside here.
He took his joker. Harris has not taken his joker yet. If I'm Umar, I'm taking the second joker right off the rip. You don't want to be stuck behind Harris.
It's very hard, though, to judge when to take the second one because you have to commit to what line you're taking as you're landing off the jump, and if the person in front of you commits to it as well, you're both going.
Gosh, Darnell, DeBard all bypass the Joker lane, and Harris does not. Umut responds, completing his strategy in the 31. Dubois, Umut in the wall! Oh. He's going. It doesn't look like he has damage, so he is all good. Strategy's completed, but it is a tall order now, bro.
He doesn't sustain damage, but man, he really.
Around is Darnell! Dallas DeBard forces his way through. I don't think he touched him, actually.
They touched. They definitely did touch, but
all right.
That was an interesting one.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw is right.
Gosh, Jokers in the 91. Dallas DeBard, Jokers as well. Darnell stays out, rounding the corner. Gosh holds the lead, 2 to go for the kid from Minnesota. DeBard after one Joker. Darnell all over, or rather in second. DeBard trying to be all over the rear wing of Darnell. Do you expect a Joker from Josh here? He has to, actually.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He's going to fall a couple spaces back, maybe one down the third. Still seems pretty secure for a transfer position.
Gosh, still holding the lead, coming to the white flag. Darnell has to Joker, so it's going to be interesting on the rotation for these guys. Who will get the better grid spot for the feature race later on? Carter Jokers, Darnell Jokers. DeBard had to follow him, but he just has to stay on the rear ring of that 029, and he'll take the position. White flag for Gosh. I'm happy to report I think the thunder has calmed down. I think it stopped raining, so I might still be here. We ride on board Dallas DeBard in the 888. Through the dirt. Nice and slow, and be respectful to that throttle pedal like we talked about earlier on. Up the hill to the dirt. Scandy flicked the car to get it to rotate. DeBard's going to get this second spot if he can stay on the rear wing of Darnell on the Joker merge. Carter Gosh will win the semifinal. Darnell to the Joker. Second will be DeBard. Third will be Darnell at the line. And then it'll be Harris. And Umut Acton Isley, after his incident, will be the final car to transfer out of this first semifinal. Dubois and Lunin out in Spain. Semifinal B.
Oh, we lost the sun again.
We'll figure it out. Our grid. Kirtley, Goddard, Young, Funk, Balland, McDade, Leckenby, and Cartwright. 8 cars going for 5 spots, 5 laps, and 2 Jokers for the second semifinal in Spain. Green flag in Barcelona for the semifinal. Bad start for Funk down to the line. Late on the brakes is McDade. He removed himself from the equation. Around is Goddard. Around is Young, but they both save it. 3 wide. No! Young in front of his teammate. No contact. But Young in the back. In the wall goes McDade in the 111. This gives Kirtley the lead. Goddard, Funk, Cartwright, McDade, Balland, Leckenby, and Young to begin the first lap. Doesn't look like the sim gave Daryl Young a penalty. We had that happen to Josh Clogg in 2022 for venturing too far off the road. That was not his doing. He was trying to save the car. Kirtley and Goddard first and second. The rain is stopping, according to my Mac Bryan, at 9 o'clock, so we are all good. I'm here to stay.
Who we got
thankfully.
around? Oh my God!
Nobody's around.
Garth McDade almost lost the car there. Or Daryl Young. Somebody was throwing a whole lot of smoke
in
up.
turn 2. Everybody was sliding through the hairpin there. Clinton Funk might be holding up this field. Cartwright, McDade, Balland. We'll just have to wait and see. No Jokers for the top 2. Funk takes his Joker. Cartwright off the road. Here comes McDade. He Jokers. Leckenby behind Balland. And Daryl Young continuing to struggle in the back of the field. So, Joker strategy. First car to run one was Clinton. He might have to take his second Joker and get away from this traffic with Balland and Leckenby. It does look like it's hip check from Funk to Leckenby. That was impressive. From the
He saw the hole,
122.
he threw the car right in.
Sent it. Great move.
And Josh, I think my power's starting to dim.
Oh no.
Clinton Funk locking up the tires, loses his spot back to Leckenby.
Kirtley leads. Goddard, Cartwright,
it's either
Ballin, Leckenby, Funk.
It's either my power going or the light bulb going. Let's hope it's the light bulb.
Let's hope it's the light bulb. At one around, Cartwright in the 55. That was from a transfer spot. It was from third. He's back going, pulls out in front of McDade. No issue there, but it's not going to help Cartwright in his quest to make the feature. Let's take a second look. Oh, he was way lost already on corner entrance.
Yeah, big. He carried way too much speed into there. Actually, pretty surprised he got it back under control. Looking back at
Kirtley into the wall to the inside for the race lead. Sorry, Brian. Kirtley and Goddard looked like the O'Reilly race at Talladega on the backstretch of that race, cutting in and out of the field. And Kirtley back to the lead. That was scary. Former champion Goddard all over the rear wing of Kirtley in the 0-24. I quit. Commentator's curse. Guys, you're not supposed to crash when I talk about you, please. All right. Ballin third, Leckenby, Cartwright, Funk, McDade, and Daryl Young is still struggling in the 25. White flag for Kirtley in the 0-24. He takes his second joker.
I'm very curious where Funk's going to come out. He's got both his done. Only Kirtley has the other two done in front of him. Oh, Goddard just finished his.
Leckenby done. Funk battling with Leckenby. Another was McDade. And where is Clinton? Clinton has taken the fourth position.
Yeah, I think he might.
Leckenby, McDade, and Cartwright for the transfer. Here comes Leckenby. Funk has a mirror full of three angry racing drivers. McDade up and over. Never mind for the transfer spot.
Now, that fizzles that battle out.
Checkered flag. Robbie Kirtley wins the semifinal. Goddard second, third ball, and we're battling for fourth. Be careful, guys. You're racing for the transfer. You're in the race for fourth and fifth. What another move from Clinton Funk. Takes the spot, hits the curb, rotates the car, and Clinton Funk in the Spanish Grand Prix.
All right.
Cartwright, Young, and McDade missed the race, and what a semifinal that was. All right. Chloe's throwing a party in the living room. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's no thunder. I have to step aside and figure out what's going on. We're going to give these guys a bit of a warm-up. We're going to take a break. On the other side, the Spanish Grand Prix.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
By
it.
side between these two in the turn one, this is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap clock at the inside line. McFarlane contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rocky's going to hold his spot. The NASA Rallycross World Championship on ASN TV is brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams for more information. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And also by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA Sim Racing theme music. If you like what you have seen tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to ASN TV, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Brian, we might even be on the dark web, and nobody has asked him about it. It's been 7 months. Brian cries to me in his spare time. Please, somebody ask him about it. If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone in 2026. Cross car, stage rally, rallycross, GT3 and Porsche Cup with our friends at SimCar. All the info is at nasasimracing.com as we welcome you back to round 7 of the 34th NASA Rallycross World Championship here in Barcelona. With 2024 B Lights World Champion Brian Sawyer next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, live on ASN TV. Kieran Lifflander has won 3 times in a row here in Barcelona, Mr. Sawyer. What are we thinking as we get set to go green?
Oh, Josh, I think we're going to see a battle. I think we're going to see Lindy, Lifflander, McFarlane, Goddard. Goddard starting P7, but I think we're going to see those 3, maybe 4, all up on top of each other.
As Kieran Lifflander... Go ahead.
I think we're going to see a lot of bumping and a few hip checks and takeouts.
Kieran Lifflander, reigning and defending NASA Rallycross World Champion, both in lights and supercars. McFarlane has 4 World Championships. Zach Goddard won 1 in Contenders, 1 in Futures. Darnell, Lindy, so many championships represented in NASA Sim Racing as we get set to grid for the Spanish Grand Prix. It will be 13 cars on this grid. I need my hard hat. I need everything. Fire retardant suit is what I'm going to need. This is going to be chaos. Evan McFarlane on pole position, 4-time world champion. On his outside, Kieran Lifflander. Then it's Matthew Lindy and Carter Gosh, Robbie Kirtley and Dallas DeBard, Zach Goddard, Josh Darnell, Kevin Balland, Jonathan Harris, Jamison Leckenby, Umad Acton Isley, and 13th and last, I'm in danger, goes to Clinton Funk on this grid. It has been a phenomenal night despite our houses potentially blowing away. Weather has gone through. We are nice and safe. 13 cars, 10 laps, 2 jokers. Thanks for joining us all night on ASN TV. Everybody gridding up, and this is going to be something else. 2 rounds left to decide the NASA Rallycross World Championship. Everybody's on grid. We get set to go green for the Spanish Grand Prix. Green flag. What a start from Curtly. I'll be shocked if that's not a jump start. We'll see. Lindy hits the handbrake. 3 wide. 3 again. 3 wide. Liftlander on the curb. Comes across to Lindy. Under pressure. Carter Gosh hits the 3 of Lindy. Lindy to the inside. Forces the world champion out. Here comes Curtly. Liftlander in the back of the field. Into the wall. Gets hit by Darnell. Over the jump. The rear bumper's gone on the 20 and the 029. Harris and Darnell side by side. Lindy slides it in third. In the back of the field, Acton Isley and Goddard will have to take a second look. McFarland scooting away with this win. Potentially still a long way to go. Curtly in second. Lindy third. Gosh, Liftlander dueling with DeBarr. Around the world champion goes in the 20. The bad luck continues, Brian. In the back of the field he goes. Not what he needs. He's trying to get back going into the wall, over the curb. Desperately trying to get this car restarted. Parking lot in the hairpin with Leckenby, Darnell, Balland, and Harris. What is happening in Barcelona?
Well, Josh, I was going to say before that second incident, that start might have just sealed the championship for Evan McFarland. That was almost an insurmountable whatever that was for Kieran to get back from. We've seen him do some massive runs before, but that was going to be a hard one, especially on a track like Barcelona.
Funk to the inside on the world champion. Sorry, Brian. Sideways is the world champion. Can he save it in turn 1? He cuts the tires into Josh Darnell, and the world champion will get a slowdown in the 20. No doubt for that one. A massive track cut for the kid from South Carolina. Is the pressure too much for one of the fastest kids on dirt road? I think yes.
I don't think the pressure's too much, Josh. I think he's back where he's not used to. And he's not used to battling in the trenches with these guys. He's usually up to being up front, just making 1 or 2 maybe passes on the Joker rotation, but he is in the thick of it with these guys dealing with race in, race out.
Funk was battling Goddard, got pushed out wide. Funk back going, but Liftlander nearly into the 122. Just an update, Curtly and Gosh dueling away for this podium spot. Second and third, Lindy, DeBard. We stay glued on the world champion. Around is Darnell in the 029. Comes back into the world champion! Goddard involved as well! What was a rejoin? What was that? I got nothing, Brian. I'm losing it.
We'll have to take a look at what happened there. We'll go back to Josh Darnell's incident. Let's see what happened. He goes around. Oh my, okay.
Oh, that was a mess. We've lost 2 cars. Harris and Darnell out of this Spanish Grand Prix. Where's Liftlander? Liftlander tumbled down the order. He sits in the, well, according to timing, it's 6th, but I don't believe that until it refreshes. He took his jokers.
I think he's in 6th, Josh. He's taken 1 of his jokers. He's got 1 more to go. I think he might be able to recover the P4 potentially, but that's asking quite a bit. It's 5 seconds back, but we're only halfway through this race.
Jokering is Curtly, passing DeBard, trying to find a way around. Has to get on the binders.
Yeah, DeBard through the block on the inside. Curtly should have stayed on the outside. It's a quicker line, but would have been harder on this turn here. DeBard throwing the block and not letting it happen. Securing his position.
They touch. Impressive debut season for Dallas DeBard in the 888. Josh Darnell says, I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Over the text chat. Side by side still. DeBard and Curtly. This is for the 4th position. Trying to take the spot. Clears him in the 024. DeBard still all over the rear wing to the inside over the jump. Curtly, did he let him go? Let's see. McFarland leads. Umad Acton Isley has parked that car demolished in the 31. And Liftlander trying to claw his way up.
I kind of want to take a look back at the race start here.
Go ahead, do whatever you need. I'll keep an eye on live pictures.
Let's see. I want to go on board Kieran Liftlander and This part isn't. Oh, this is his second incident here. He got. Yeah. See if I can find the start real quick. Kieran Lifflander incident 2x off the start here. Let's take a look at this. That is not what we're looking for. We'll just go to live pictures.
Welcome to live production. We try and find the replay and it vanishes. So, Evan McFarlane sitting in the race lead. This is a momentous occasion for the kid from California. If he can close it out, he will be tied for second all-time on the Grand Prix wins list with five-time world champion Philip Kraus, the man from Wisconsin. Coming to 3 laps to go for McFarlane. What an impressive run for Carter Gosh in the 91. Lindy in the 3, trying to recover from a torrid season that we've documented all evening long. DeBard and Kirtley, 4th and 5th. The story of the night, world champion Kieran Lifflander in 6th. It has been horrible for the world champion. Qualifying didn't go his way, had an issue in the heat race, and then all hell broke loose for him earlier on in this feature. Zach Goddard has crashed in the 29. He's back going again, pulls out in front of Carter Gosh, but gets off the road in the 29. Out of the race he goes. Half of me likes the chaos, Brian, and half of me doesn't.
Look at Clinton Funk up to P7.
Keeping up.
Great run for him.
On the leaderboard with the world champion. Great run. You just have to survive. We talk about it all the time. Racing is one thing, passing is another. To finish first you must finish. Jokering is Gosh in the 91. 2 laps to go for them. He still has 1 joker left. Lindy's done with his strategy, so Lindy has pipped the 91. Kirtley, I think, is going to be battling the kid from Minnesota for the final spot on the rostrum this evening. McFarlane done with his strategy. And I was entering the points in while we were in break to update our spreadsheet. And I remember what you talked about, how these qualifying points have saved Evan McFarlane. And there is so many shades of 2014B when I won the championship way back then because of qualifying points, heat points. Only reason why I took the championship from Cody Erdman. McFarlane has done that this season despite all the technical failures. Jokering is that Kirtley. Gosh, got it. Keep him in 3rd. McFarlane halfway through this final lap. Carter Gosh looking good for a podium. This might be his debut podium, if I recall correctly, in the 91. Up front, McFarlane trying for a 5th world championship to tie Philip Kraus. Who knows what will happen next week in Sonoma. Just join us 9 o'clock Eastern time next Monday. But as far as wins, it is a 24th Grand Prix win, 2nd all-time for the kid from California. McFarlane wins in Barcelona. Lindy 2nd, recovers from a terrible season. And Carter Gosh on the podium in the 91. Kirtley 4th, 5th DeBard, 6th is the reigning world champion Lifflander. And we go back to Clinton Funk. In the 122, snuck in from the Contenders race. Zach Goddard not happy with the Contenders in the top split. And Funk through the final couple of corners. It is 7th for the 122, who started last in this feature. And let's take a look. Take us through the results, Brian.
Evan McFarlane, Matthew Lindy, Carter Gosh, Robbie Kirtley, Dallas DeBard, Kieran Lifflander, Clinton Funk, Kevin Boland, Jamison Leckenby, Zach Goddard, Umet Acton-Isley, Josh Darnell, and Clinton. No, not Clinton Funk. Where is the button? There it is. Jonathan Harris is the result for this evening.
I'm curious to see what the points will be. I mean, just looking off of this spreadsheet, it's a 7-point swing from 1st down to 6th. And it's going to be something. As just trying to pull up everybody in here. Let's see who we've got in the media pen. And it's going to be one of those interviews where I don't remember anything that happened because everyone decided to have a brawl and a half. And it is a debut podium. No, it's not. He got one in Winton. I know how to read. His 2nd podium of the season will bring in Carter Gosh. Carter, it's Josh and Brian. You got us?
Yep.
All right. Well, I joked on stream 2 seconds ago that I'm not going to have any specific questions because that was insanity. Um, talk me through your race because all I know is Kieran crashed and you finished third, my friend. It was something else tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of a wild start. I wasn't in a great spot right off the rip and tried to leave everybody a little bit of room, and then we were 3 wide through the dirt kind of sweeper there, and then we got out of 3 wide, and then we were 3 wide again, and then we were side by side over the jump, and then yeah, it was just kind of chaos, and then I just tried to, just me and the track, not really focus too much on other people. Um, which for this track it's pretty tricky. So that's kind of that was kind of the plan going into it, was just focus on just me and the track, and then yeah, it ended up working out pretty good.
I want to hear your side of this with we talked about how much pace you've shown with your debut season. You got the podium on debut and went and you won the lights race yesterday. What is it going to take for you to elevate and get to the top step of the podium?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's really that I just don't have the seat time. I mean, Kieran and Evan have been doing this for a couple years, and I've been doing it for like a month, 2 months. So
Really? That's it?
I think it's just, yeah. I mean, I did a lot of sports car stuff
Okay.
for like a year beforehand, but yeah, I haven't really done much rallycross. So I'm just thrilled that it's going this well right off the rip, and glad I'm talking to you guys again. It's been a while.
Of course, my friend. Who would you like to thank for the podium tonight?
I'd like to thank Kieran, just for all the stuff he does, all the setups, all the help, all the coaching, everything. Um, yeah, and then my parents.
Perfect, buddy. Well, great win yesterday. A great run tonight. Hopefully, you can get some redemption from Thursday in SimCar. But either way, we will see you soon.
Ready? See you guys.
You know, Matt, you have had horrible luck this season. I think you'll be the first to agree for that. But you have recovered P2. Talk me through your race.
Yeah, no, this will actually be one of the podiums that I'm actually happy about because I mean I didn't make any mistakes. Honestly, from me, I felt like I ran a picture perfect race, really, but I mean it just goes to show how fast these guys truly are. I mean, you could feel like like you could literally run a perfect race at your pace or whatever you want to call it, and they'll still be what was it, 5 seconds in front of you. It's ridiculous, but I mean I'm happy with the result. That start was definitely chaotic. I was trying to slot in behind Kieran, and then Carter got me, which pushed me into Kieran. And I don't want to fuck. Oh, sorry. I don't want
Oops.
to. I don't want to mess up anything with the those two battling and stuff like that. And I felt like that was just hard racing, and it was just really unfortunate for Kieran. I mean, I try to give him all the room that he deserves and stuff like that. But then next thing I know, I got a bright highlighter yellow beetle on my inside, and then next thing I know, I'm the meat in the sandwich. So I mean, I tried just to give everyone as much room as I could, but after that, just had to clear my head and just keep putting in good laps, which is what I felt like I did. And yeah, no, definitely, finally proud of a result here.
How is it with 13 cars going down to turn one on this start? Because it's like a street circuit, and you got 13 of you, and you're hoping that everybody makes the corner.
Yeah, no, it's definitely stressful, especially when Kurtley got a really good start. He got an extraordinary start. And I mean, the good thing for me is I only have to worry about 4 cars in front of me or whatever it could be, you know what I mean? So it's like the main thing is just using kind of expecting as if there's going to be a car there. I mean, it would definitely help having 3 monitors, but being on a single monitor, and it's definitely tough, but it's kind of just where that real life racing experience comes into play with just driving and having that racecraft as if someone's up on your outside or on your inside or whatever it may be, just making sure that they got the room.
Buddy, who would you like to thank for the podium tonight?
First off, I'd like to give all glory to God, giving me the strength, especially, kind of finally feels like I got a win with how these recent months have been going for me. So thank him for all the strength that he's been giving me. Huge shout out to all the Team Watson guys, being a ton of fun to practice with them, and help each other improve. It's been a real fun season with them, and hopefully I get to do this. Well, I know I'll be able to get to do this next cross kart race, or this cross kart league that's coming up in the summer. But I don't know if I will be able to do the next supercar season coming into the autumn. So if I am not able to, I'd like to, thank you guys for putting on amazing leagues for me to run here. And hopefully, depending on how this new step in life looks, I'll be able to join you guys and stuff like that for the autumn season. But, huge shout out to all the Team Watson guys. Huge shout out to you guys for putting on an amazing league.
Thanks, buddy. And good luck if I don't talk to you. I guess let's call it face to face. Good luck in whatever it may be. Of course, you're always welcome, and you'll rip up the cross car. That'll be a phenomenal season. So, good run, my friend, and we will see you next week.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too. Every week that goes by, I feel my beard becoming grayer and grayer. Evan McFarlane, you now are 2 seeding round wins away from tying me, and you are now unbelievably second all time on the wins list with 24, tied with Philip Kraus, the Hall of Famer. I've asked everyone, talk me through the chaos. Did you know that Kieran finished, I think, 7th and had an absolute war behind you?
Yeah, it's that's an honor to be up with you guys in the stat books, just giving my all every weekend. But yeah, I mean, on that start, I was like, I knew I had to get a good start, got a decent enough start, and unintentionally I doored Kieran, which I was gonna try to do a little bit anyways, so I could just get that gap. And then into the first corner, I knew, all right, Kieran's probably gonna set up, try to door me, because he's really like explosive on the starts, and he'll try to pass you whenever he can. And so I try to close the door, and unfortunately, it looked like Kieran just messed up a little bit and went wide. And yeah, I mean, there's like 12 cars behind, and chaos just happened. And I mean, it's happened every round this season. And although people don't want shorter grid sizes, we can't handle having more than like 5 cars on track. So I think we need to work on that. But I was really confident going into this round. I was mostly just worried about my wheel. I had to change all my wheel settings because it was clipping too much, and that kept on somehow disconnecting it in the middle of the race. So I had to completely change my force feedback and get used to a new feeling. And I just came in was confident in the setup and the cold track, and on the track that it feels under 100 degrees. So yeah, that qualifying lap was a burner. And I knew from there, like, all right, just gotta execute. And luckily things went my way. And yeah, I'm gonna be more thankful.
So unofficially, 12 points up on Kieran. This is the biggest lead that you've had going into the final race of the season. It's been winner take all. Let's call it the last 5-6 seasons in a row. Does the game plan change at all, or are you still just gonna send it and hope for the best next week?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna try to be less risky. Obviously, you got that championship on your mind when to close it out, but that's still for sure next week. Sonoma, I'm gonna be going for that win and hopefully tie it up, so I can get 4 this season. And just I guess same plan as I've had so far this season, and just pray and hope that things go well.
And finally, my friend, who would you like to thank for yet another victory, the record-tying victory tonight?
Yeah, of course, I just gotta give all glory to God. I'm so thankful for him being with me this race and everything he's done for me. Gotta thank my family. Gotta thank Channel 199, Track Racer, Dixon Flannel, Racecraft Academy, all the guys over there. And I gotta thank the guys at Team Watson for letting me hang out. And thank you guys for putting on this broadcast and running this league. Appreciate it.
Of course, buddy. It's I say this every single week, and if anybody else is still paying attention, it's so much fun. So much fun. There's so unpredictability happens every single week. So good win, my friend, and we'll see you next week in Sonoma.
Thank you.
All right, Brian, I'm going to step aside for a minute. And I just want to say before we look at points, unofficially 12 up, McFarlane on Liftlander. That's going to be a tall order. And the Constructors Championship, if I'm reading this right, 6 points, KLR Black Phantom over Subi Squad. So that is going to be something to watch as well next week, but take us through them.
Josh, I don't even know if that's a surmountable number with the 12-point gap. I mean, it is, but is it really? I don't think. I don't know if Evan shows up, if it really is or not. We'll have to do some math on the back end and see, but let's do some points exiting this evening. Evan McFarland 201 points to Kieran Lifflinder's 189. Carter Gosh 166, Matthew Lindy 154, Josh Darnell, Zach Goddard tied for 5th, 135 apiece. Dallas DeBard 111, Jonathan Harris 98, Leckenby 97, Daryl Young 86. Over in the teams, not much moved up top, a lot moved at the bottom, I think. KLR Black Phantom 342, 336 for TWR Subi Squad. That's still tight going into the last week. Channel 199, 228. Control Z, Aqua Storm, Slaypex, Team Dog, Blue Thunder, Pink Fury, and JC SimSport rounding out the top 10. Manufacturers, same as always, Subaru, Ford, VW 240, 125 to 6. Coming up next week on the Automotive Sports Network, Sim Car Porsche Cup at Imola. That's going to be you and Alex Larson, 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be driving the car, stopping at the sidewalks. You'll understand what I mean on Thursday. Then Sunday Night Lights starts the May season. We're kicking it off at Phoenix. Kieran Lifflinder's won the last 2 seasons of Lights. Lights is also on the website now, so make sure you sign up for it there if you want to see all the points and all that fun stuff, the year-round points, all the built-in stats. That's all on the website if you know how to get there. Then next week, same time, same place, NASA Rallycross Contenders, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then the World Championship, 9 p.m. That's going to be you and me, Josh. We're finishing this season at Sonoma. It's going to be a great time, so be sure to be there.
It
I've
has
done
been.
everything.
I appreciate you, Simon. Are you going to commentate? Oh, Simon. I think Simon knows. It's time for bed. He's nuzzling the mic. He said, "Josh, it's time for bed." He's been under the desk all night, and now that I'm done, he's sitting on the desk. He says it's over and done. So, I'll do some sponsor plugs and some final thoughts, and then we will say good night. I just want to remind everyone, the NASA Rallycross World Championship on ASN TV is brought to you by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams for more information. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And also by former world champion Alex Zabetti, producer of the official NASA Sim Racing theme music. If you like what you saw tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to ASN TV, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Brian, we might even be on the dark web, and you're breaking his heart because no one's asked him about it in the last 7 months. If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone, whether it's Rallycross, Cross Car, Stage Rally, Rallycross Lights, or with our friends at SimCar, GT3, or Porsche Cup. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. Give me a final thought, and we'll say goodnight.
Barcelona is a monster. 13 cars is a lot. We might have to look into some grid restrictions for certain tracks next season. It is 13 cars is a lot on Barcelona. 13 cars works other places, but I don't know about this track.
It's been. Well, let's take my admin hat off, my league owner hat off, and it's a lot of fun, right? Unpredictable, so much fun, but there comes a point where you do have to shrink the grids, and I do like the format the way it is, but I think maybe maxing at 10 cars, I don't know. That's a discussion for not middle of a broadcast, but either way, it's been phenomenal all season. We still have a week left, and I cannot believe that despite having the 2 technical failures and dealing with the force feedback, and I can tell you from experience, and I'm sure you could agree as well, you have your setup with your wheel, your pedals, your cockpit, whatever, and you're used to how it feels, and you've got to change something before the race. That's what happened to me when I raced in Atlanta. I was horribly slow because everything's different. You get out of that groove, and I don't know. We're just watching some of the best in the world, and we'll have to do math like we talked about the World Championship standings, but I don't know. It's looking really good for Evan. Kieran has, I don't know. I don't have any answers, but all I can tell you is the last 7 weeks have been phenomenal. We have 1 week left, as the checkered flag has fallen on the evening here in Barcelona. On behalf of our entire production staff, my name is Josh Mertz. Thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the NASA Rallycross Challenge, as Brian drops things and breaks things, as is the norm. Congratulations to our winners in Contenders, Garth McDade on his first career win, and Spanish Grand Prix winner Evan McFarlane, his 24th of his career. Be sure to join us Monday for the finale in Sonoma. But until then, so long, everyone.